Good morning. I'm Kristin Omdahl and welcome back to Yarn on the Beach. This is episode 25 and I'm here at Barefoot Beach in Southwest Florida. This is the Gulf of Mexico. We are waiting on the sun to rise, but it is a very cloudy and almost ready to rain type of a day. So I'm not sure we'll actually see the sunrise, but we're seeing beautiful colors nonetheless. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, KB Fibers. Good morning, Miss Detroit. I missed another name. I'm sorry about that, but thank you all for joining me. I hope that you are warm and cozy at home or somewhere where you're making lots of money. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Ann. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Oh, Patty says her alarm worked today. Yay! Thank you, Sherry. This is a pattern on my website. It's called the Tender Celeste Crochet Shawl, and I'll put a link into the video description later today to give you a link for where to get this pattern, but if you want to search it on my website, it's the Tender Celeste Crochet Shawl. Also has a video. What was I going to say? I don't know. It's a little bit windy down here this morning. Sorry if it's loud. Good morning, Anna Maria. Good morning, Edna. Edna says she's made this shawl already. So it's a shawl. It's a large triangular shawl. In fact, I'll show you. And this is another way to wear it. So it's a beautiful triangle shawl. It's windy, so it's hard to show you. And it has really cute twisted fringe on the edge. It's made up in my worsted weight organic cotton called Be So Tender yarn in colorway denim. And so I turn it around backwards when I want to wear it as a scarf and kind of fluff up the triangle and pull in the sides. You could either tie these under the tip, the point if you wanted to. I just leave them hanging sometimes too. But it's a great way to have it's a great option for having a second way to style and wear a triangular shawl. I love doing this to my triangular shawls when I'm cold. Good morning, everyone. I see a lot of people are here and joining me. I think that's fabulous. I was pulling together some ideas. Edna says she enjoyed making the fringe. That's great. Wait till you see the technique that I'll be teaching in my next book, which is coming soon. I teach you how to make this twisted fringe without cutting yarn between the fringe. It's really, really awesome. Anyway, coming soon. This morning I was pulling together projects to bring here, not projects, swatches, because I wanted to show you some different swatches this morning. And I grabbed this bag. Does anybody remember this bag? This is the Sand Dollar Market bag. One of my favorite project bags that I've designed and made over the years. It's square motifs on the diagonal, which I think is just a beautiful, not only a beautiful stitch pattern, but a beautiful construction for fabric because it gives you these points, which I think are beautiful for not only a market bag, but can't you just see a gorgeous tank top that way too? Yes, believe me, in the works. So this bag I was pulling this morning, and what do I find inside? One of the sewing projects that I have on my website. This is a flat bottom sewing project bag. See how it's flat on the bottom and lined and drawstring, and you can find that free pattern on my website as well. And then what else did I find in here? When I did the video for the Sand Dollar bag, I had already made this project. So in order to teach the entire construction style, I had to make a completely second project. You can see this one hasn't been blocked yet. That's why it's still kind of scrunchy. In fact, let's look at I only am missing the handles. Can you believe that? So not only did I find one of my favorite bag this morning, but I found two of my favorite. I'm a creative soldier. That's funny. I'm a working machine, right? So look at, here's what it looks like once it's been washed and blocked and laid out flat to dry. So it has and been used, so it's had some weight in it. And this is what it looked like before that. So I know sometimes people ask me why their projects don't look as pretty as mine. Look at that. Isn't that great? Anyway, so somebody suggested that I should finish it and do a giveaway. Yeah, that's a good idea. I put it on the side originally because I thought about putting bamboo handles on it for a different look. I never got around to it, and I'm still not sure what I want to do, but yeah, maybe a giveaway. I've never done a giveaway for something that I've actually made. Not that I haven't made a lot of my stuff, but for a finished project before. But super cute. I love this bag. Love, love, love it. So pretty. And it is definitely a stitch pattern that I want to do garments in. Definitely, definitely. So, found those 3 bags this morning. And then you all know this bag, my organic project bags. Organic cotton project bags. And inside this morning I've got 3 different hand-dyed colorways of Be So Bold yarn. This is the yarn that I hand dye in variegated. It's called Be So Bold, and it's a blend of organic cotton and bamboo together. Yes, there's patterns for all of this, and I'll post those in the show notes when I get back today. This one is Ava's Isle d'Amour, which has lots of pinkies and purples. This is Sophia's Serengeti Sunrise, which is very warm. And then I have Mia's Malachite Meadow, this colorway here. Yes, all those patterns that I mentioned are available on my website, and you can either search for them on your own right now, or I can add the links in my show notes later. Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning, Ragda. It is not cold this morning, but it is very windy and damp, and we're about to get a full day of rain. I'm telling you, I'm still waiting on the right day to be able to do the photography for book 14. I can't finish it until the photos are done, and I've had nothing but crappy weather for photography. Not that this is crappy weather, it's crappy for photography. You can't shoot shawls in wind. It just doesn't work, or rain. So between the wind and the rain and the fog, I've just been waiting for an appropriate day, and if anyone feels like sending good vibes my way, I'm hoping for tomorrow or Sunday, and just really hoping that one of those 2 days ends up being the right kind of weather to do it. I want to do a sunrise-ish beach location for the photography, so if you cross your fingers, if you send good vibes, whatever you feel like doing, if you feel so inclined to send good thoughts my way, I would really appreciate it. So this is the knit stitch pattern that I've been working on. It is a swatch. I have, oh, speaking of which, I had the most incredible news pop up before my eyes yesterday that I wasn't expecting. You know when you're working on something and working on it and you say, oh yeah, I'm just working on it. It's gonna take a while. Who knows when I'll ever get finished? And then one day you look at it and realize, oh my God, I've gotten a lot more done on it than I thought. Well, the shawl book that I just talked about that's about to go into photography and almost done, I have a couple more books that I'm working on right now. You've seen me work on some of the projects here at the beach. I went to look at my progress report yesterday and see, you know, where am I? What needs to be done? I have 11 finished projects for the book already. 11. And I was like, I thought maybe I had 4 or 5. I have 11. And I was like, oh my God. And I was thinking about doing this book, combining knitting and crochet, like the shawl book that's about to come out. It's evenly divided. I have 5 knit projects and 6 crochet projects done. Like, I could have this wrapped up and finished by the time book 14 goes to print. Book 15 could now be starting the other process of editing and photography and all that stuff. I couldn't believe it. kind of knew, I mean, you'd think I would have realized it, and to find that much progress done without realizing it was really exciting. PJ Knits asked if I do my own photography. Yes, I do. I do pretty much all of the jobs for everything that I do except for editing. And the only reason I don't do my own editing is because it's impossible. You actually need a second person to read what you've written for technicality, of course, but also because when you read your own writing, this is very interesting. You read what you intended to write more often than you read what you actually write. Hopefully I said that correctly. So I could read my own writing and just know what I meant, and my mind will smooth over any errors or some errors and just let me hear what I want to hear. So funny. So you actually need to have somebody else read it to make sure that it's correct. And that goes for obviously technical writing. You need to make someone check your own math and all that stuff, but you also need someone to check the way you wrote things to make sure that they make sense, and get a second opinion on clarity. You could think that something makes sense because you're well versed on it. This goes back to the technical writing. If I'm really well versed on joining motifs or doing a type of shaping or doing a type of finishing, that doesn't mean that everybody will understand, because people could be at different skill levels. Yes, Edna, it's pretty windy out here today. Hopefully it's not picking up too much in the microphone, but at least it's not cold. If it was cold, it would be really cold in the wind. So editing is one of the few things that I absolutely cannot do myself. But for that, thank you, Kim. I'm so glad you think my projects and YouTube videos are easy and clear and easy to follow. That is absolutely my my intention. Yes, I have a great editing team. I have a technical editor and a copy editor, both of which I've known for many, many years and are dear friends of mine and incredible professionals. And I've also been kind of wondering if I should ask for a couple of volunteers to take a look at my books before they go to print also, just to get that last set of eyes. So it's something I might be asking someone in the audience to help with, but not ready for it yet, so we'll wait a little longer to see for that. Anna, the book is going to be ready as soon as it can get photographed and final edited. So I'm still waiting on my beautiful Florida weather to cooperate with me so I can do the photography. I have some basic photos done, but oh, PJ Knits, there's so much that goes into a book. I just explained a little bit about editing. Shirley asked how things went with the lawyer regarding identity theft. Nothing. Nobody could help. And so I was pretty much told nothing we can do. The person won't respond to direct comments, the person that owns the website, and direct communication. And the lawyer that I talked to told me who to contact. Those people said, we can't help you. And then he said that I should reach out to social media. And I don't feel like spreading negative energy or negative news. So although I did share it with you guys that one morning, I think it was because I was still emotionally upset about it and not sure what to do, but I'm not going to go public with it, because there's been several times when something negative or adverse has happened to me through a fellow company in the industry or something along those lines, and each time I've chose to not spread the negativity further, chosen to handle it privately. So I'm going to see what I can do privately. And Elisa, I saw your comment and I appreciate it. I would love to talk to you privately about how to handle it, but I'm not going to make a bigger deal about it publicly than I already have, because it's just one ripple in a huge sea of negativity out there, and I'd rather just push forward with positivity, which is what makes me happy, and anybody that chooses to follow me hopefully will appreciate that as well, because we've got enough negative crap out there. This is a place where I can spread positivity and joy. They talk to it. Yeah, exactly, Miss Detroit. There are people that have been persecuted worse than this out there, and they did just fine. I feel like when you fuel someone's fire, you make it bigger. Oh, Elisa, she meant about the book. Yes, I will talk to you about that as well. So this is, I appreciate all the well wishes about the identity theft, and it's going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. Unfortunately, a lot of that stuff ends up costing a lot of money, and I'd rather spend my money on making more books and bringing more creativity and joy into people's lives. So, I don't know. That's where I stand on it right now. It's not where I want to focus my energy. However, thank you all for your well wishes. I appreciate it so much. Very, very much. I appreciate you guys joining me here every morning and joining me everywhere else you join me. And yes, karma takes care of people in their own ways, one way or the other, whether we know about it or not. And just not the way I want to live my life, and it's not the way I want to go to bed at night or wake up in the morning. So I always hated the name of that website anyway. I was glad to get rid of it. It never made sense to me. I picked that name on the advice of somebody else, and I always wanted KristinOmdahl.com. So every year that I used that website, it used to just grind me that it wasn't the right name. So when I let it go and didn't sell it, it was so happy for me to move on to the name that I wanted, that this whole process has been nothing but filled with joy for me. So even though I was upset at first, it was like, just have it, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so back to today. So this is the knit stitch that I was talking about. It is a very, very unusual stitch pattern. It involves bind-offs and slip stitches and knitting into yarn overs. Thank you, Elizabeth. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you all for your well wishes. I mean, I couldn't thank you more. It's so amazing. Hey, you know what? One of my favorite parts in the morning is scrolling the camera to show you all of my views too, because I really think it's absolutely spectacular that we pretty much have this beach to ourselves. It's just our little birdie friends. So there's one side. Got a couple of walkers, but it still feels like the beach. And if we go this way, I mean, this is a tourist town, guys. How lucky are we to have the beach to ourselves? And if you see, we've got a bunch of shells over here. Yesterday I ended up forgetting to pick any up, but I do need to look for the ones with the holes in them. They'd be so, so cute. Oh, thanks, Ragda. She said to be safe. I feel really safe here. I do. I'm at Barefoot Beach, which is on the border between Lee County, Collier County, and between the cities of Bonita Springs and Naples. Okay, if anybody sees a dolphin, please shout out. It is a nice view, Daphne. Yes, it is spectacular down here. I love it. And I'm so glad that we came up with this way for me to enjoy it with all of you. When I was a kid, I had cassette tapes that were of nature sounds. And I used to listen to them at night. I had one that was beach waves. I had one that was a rainforest thunderstorm. And I had one that was a sailboat. So you could hear the waves lapping the side of the boat, and you could also hear the creaking of the wood on the boat. It was so beautiful, but my favorite was the beach waves. And I don't know, I've been in love with the beach waves ever since. Yeah, the colors are beautiful this morning, aren't they? They're a little more high contrast this morning. We've got some brighter and lighter blues and greens in with the grays this morning. Oh, do they have that on YouTube too? Jan has a little device on beside her bed that does wave noises too. Yeah, Anna, I do go to several beaches. I'm still trying to picture in my mind where I'm going to do the book photography this weekend, which is why I keep coming back to this one. But the problem with going to a lot of beaches this time of day is that the state parks don't open until 8 and sunrise is done by then. But if we did yarn on the beach a little bit later, I'd have more choices. But to go just to the beach, I have to go to street parking to get somewhere before 8. Ooh, an embroidered seahorse with these colors. That sounds beautiful. Love it. When I lived on the Mediterranean Sea many years ago, I used to go to sleep to the sound of the waves for real. That was amazing. No, Jenny, I don't listen to audiobooks. I can't concentrate on them. What happens is I daydream a lot, or my mind just moves on to something else, however you want to describe it. And if I'm knitting or crocheting with an audiobook on, and my mind will wander, when I realize my mind wandered, I can't figure out how far back to scroll the audiobook. So unless it is self-help or non-fiction, where those I can follow along, but if it's a fiction book, I can't concentrate long enough. Joan, I'm working on a knit swatch, and I was hoping to get to a crochet version of it too, using Be So Bold yarn, which is a yarn that I hand dye in my studio, and it is organic cotton and bamboo worsted weight. And I'm working on this swatch, trying to see if a knit or crochet version of this stitch will look prettier, and trying to decide if it should be a vest, a ruana, a cape, or some other type of layering piece. So this is the knit version, and then the crochet version is not started here, but I can show you. I wanted to do a variation of crochet, Tunisian double crochet with some openings too. So like a Tunisian double crochet would look kind of like that elongated stitch, and then I don't know, it's just kind of spoke to me that this looks like a longer Tunisian stitch, so maybe a Tunisian double crochet. So thank you, Ragda. I'm going to post in the show notes later where you can find this pattern, but if you want to search it on my website, it is called the Tender Celeste Crochet Shawl. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I get started. Oh yeah, we got a boat today. Show you how I get started on Tunisian double crochet. Got a bit of chain here. Let's move this a little bit closer. And I'm going to yarn over, skip the first 2 chains and insert into the next. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Scoot over a little bit more. I want to get this angled just right. Okay, yarn over, insert your hook in the next chain. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook in the next chain. yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. The wind is not cooperating. Yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook in the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook in the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So we have the base of our Tunisian double crochet done. Can anybody tell me if I stayed on camera the whole time? I'm not able to see the screen when I do that. So before I start the return row, I just want to know if the angle was fine for doing this. Okay, good. All right, thank you. So we're going to yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, 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 yarn over, pull through 2. Oh wow, look at that. How much does that look like what we just did in the knit one? Okay, so we'll do another row. Chain 2 to count as our first stitch. Oh, this wind is not helping. Okay, so yarn over, insert your hook through that elongated stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook in the elongated stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook in the elongated stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook in the elongated stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, you got that? Okay, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, and through 2. Now, I'm going to show you this side by side. Sorry, I can't see the comments when I was doing that. Oh, I'm looking for the other swatch on the blanket, and it's on my leg. Okay, so I know it's not the same size, but I think you can get the gist of it, that these are remarkably similar. Just hang this up on, maybe I can, no, that won't work either. Okay, so here's the crochet one, and here's the knit one. Pretty amazing how similar they are, right? And for anybody interested, this colorway of Be So Bold yarn is Mia's Malachite Meadow, and this colorway is Serengeti Sunrise. So Serengeti Sunrise has some raspberry, some violet, some peach, some mauve. Mia's Malachite Meadow has bronze and turquoise and blue and a little bit of purple. And then Ava's Isle d'Amour has raspberry, purple, lavender, and pink. And I think that both of these stitch patterns are going to work really lovely for the type of project that I had in mind. I wish this swatch was a little taller so you could see them closer. These are worsted weight yarn, Carol. Good morning, Judy. So this is the Tunisian double crochet swatch, and this is the knit swatch, and I'll show you these stitch patterns in another video. They're $26 balls, and they come with a lot of yardage. 247 yards. Yes, a sarong would be amazing in either of these stitch patterns. Yes, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. An open work, big piece of fabric that you either wear as a sarong, a shawl, a caftan, a ruana, something that you would wear. Either you could wear it over to the beach as a cover-up, or wear it, you know, as an outer piece over a very slimming fitted silhouette underneath. I love wearing big boxy pieces when they're see-through and you can see a tighter fitting, like monochromatic silhouette underneath, I think the contrast is really, really beautiful. And with these bright variegated colors, I imagine these over a gray or black or white or tan silhouette underneath, I think it would just be so beautiful. Like if you wanted to wear khaki capris and a khaki matching tank top, these would be beautiful. Or if you want to go with black or a navy tank top and jean shorts or jeans, long jeans, or obviously a bathing suit cover-up, they'd be absolutely gorgeous. Good morning. So now I'm excited to get back home and figure out which pattern for which stitch pattern. Yeah, which garment pattern for which stitch pattern. Going to Punta Cana next month. Yeah, that would be really beautiful to take something made out of either of these stitch patterns. A sarong can be square as long as it's long enough to reach. It's got to reach around your back, come up, cross your bust, and tie behind your neck. You know the Redbubble scarves that I've been showing you? They are 52 inches square, and that's not big enough for my size to do that. Somebody smaller than me, possibly. I'm 5'9", 190 pounds, yikes, and I'm too big for it to go behind my head with that size. So 52 inches square is really nice for length. Now, but here's the thing, even one of those Redbubble scarves, if you just do a little crochet on fabric and make 2 ties at the end of one, which I'm going to be showing for this summer, it immediately switches it, because you really just need the fabric to cross to here, right? So if you need another 6 or 8 inches, it's perfect to just tie it behind your neck. So with that hack, you can use that for most sizes. And you can use that size for smaller. Otherwise, a rectangle would work, but I still say you could use some ties. One of my shawls that works really well as a sarong also is the Isla Morada. And if you look that one up, you can see that I've worn it that way, but it's a half hexagon, so it's a lot wider than it is long. And so anything that's rectangular this way with ties or with tapered edges at the top will work perfectly for a sarong, and a square will work if you want it long and if the diameter or the length of it is wide enough to reach around your bust, cross over the front, and tie here. I don't know which pattern you're asking about, Jenny. Maybe you're asking about these. These are going to be in my next book, so they won't be out in the next month or so, but they will be out soonish. But I could show you some of my other patterns that make great sarongs, and also those Redbubble scarves like I was talking about. They make amazing sarongs. And if you're looking to do something in the next month before your trip, I would recommend doing a scarf and crocheting the edging around it. I think that would be stunning. I have a mermaid print one at home that I want to do that too for this summer. I wear it now, but I don't wear it that way as a sarong because I haven't done the ties yet, but it still ties like to the side. The only reason why I haven't shared it yet is because I'd have to put a bathing suit on in photography to do it. And this is the year that I'm going to get over that. It is. Because I know not everybody's a size 6. And for me to be able to demonstrate how to style with beautiful pieces, anybody at any size to go to the beach and feel pretty, I have to overcome my own crap to do that. And this is the year I'm going to do it because I want to share with other people some of the pretty and fun ideas that I wear to the beach. And I still feel comfortable in my own skin because I feel appropriately draped and covered. So I am going to share that this year. Not today, but I am going to do it. Thank you, Brenda. I'm the heaviest I've ever been. I am 5 pounds lighter than the day I gave birth to Marlon before he was born. So I'm about 5 pounds away from my 9-month pregnant weight. 10 pounds maybe. So it's just different, but I know I'm not the only one, and I do believe that you can be beautiful at any size. You have to feel you're beautiful at any size. And when you do gain weight, another thing that you have to learn is how to dress differently for that size. If you've been a size 6 or an 8 or a 10 your whole life and you become a 14, you have to understand how to dress yourself differently. The things that look good on someone without curves aren't the best looking pieces for someone with curves. There's a lady at my knitting club who turned gray in the last couple of years. And so we've been talking to her about what colors are going to look different on her now. She had darker hair, and she used to always be drawn towards silvers and muted pastels. Well, those colors kind of wash her out now that she has muted hair, a muted color hair. So we talked to her a lot about and try to encourage her to wear bright colors now. And she's slowly getting there, but we're helping her as much as we can along the way. But that's just another aspect of it. Size is another issue. When I'm skinny, I wear totally different clothes than when I'm curvy. And I think that it's something that I've taken several years to learn. And then age is another factor. The things that you think are appropriate at one age aren't always at another age. So, and I'm not saying that strict, I'm saying that loosely. I mean, I think you can look as youthful as you want to as well. But anyway, that's my thoughts on beachwear, and I will be sharing more of that this year because I do feel like it's time to share my thoughts and ideas on it with other people. Thanks for all the words of encouragement, everybody. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad to hear that everybody else feels the same. Yeah, so just know that the first day that I do it, it will be a scary day, but you just have to break the seal, and then it's fine, right? I remember the first time I wanted to do YouTube videos, I was scared. The first time I wanted to do live videos, I was scared. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad. That's great, Kim. You know, I'm scared to do the kitchen live videos right now. I want to do the dinner ones where I can have people hang out with me while I make dinner, and I have come up with every excuse on the planet why my kitchen isn't ready yet. I say, oh, the lighting's not right. Oh, I don't have the right camera equipment, and blah, blah, blah. My kitchen's too messy. It's not perfect. And, you know, I had the same excuses for everything else I've ever done. So it's just moving past your fear. So if I can do it, you can do it. And here comes the sun. I know, Brenda, isn't it so funny? It's so easy to make excuses why something can't be done yet. Well, just saw my first weird comment. Yes, I know. So the cooking ones are going to be fun. They're not going to be perfect. I'm not trying to compete with cooking tutorial videos. I'm just trying to invite someone into my kitchen to chat while I cook. And I think that there's a lot to be learned that way as well, because when you're cooking at home, some of your ingredients are going to be amiss. Sometimes you have to, what do you call it? Sometimes you have to adapt as you're going. I know, right? I don't know how to block someone like that, but we'll have to get to the bottom of that. So I think it's a great idea to lead by example. Oh, thank you, KB Fibers. I am so grateful. Thank you. Anytime something weird like that comes up, if someone could just report it, do something on your end. I can't do anything while live's going on, so thank you so much. So anyway, back to the live dinner videos. I just want to invite someone to sit at my table and talk to me while I cook, and I want to lead by example, showing how you adapt as something doesn't go right, doesn't go perfect. Oh, thank you, Carol. She said this has been my best video. I appreciate it. And we've gone to 40 minutes. All right, time to wrap it up. Got lots to do, but thank you all so much for joining me today. Thank you for allowing me to be so brutally honest about some of the questions people have been asking. It's hard to be vulnerable, right? But I feel like if I can do it, then I can encourage other people to do it as well. What a great time for the sun to come up. I'm going to turn this around just so you can see real quick. I can't see it, but you can definitely see the brightness coming through. All right, well, it still wouldn't have been a good day for book photography. It's still too windy. So anyway, if anybody wants to send me some good vibes for perfect weather this weekend for book photography, please do so. We need no wind to photograph drapey shawls. Okay, thank you everyone for joining me. We'll just watch the waves for one more minute here, and hope everybody has an amazing day and a great weekend. I will post show notes as soon as I can, sharing with you all of the patterns that we talked about today, all of the yarns that we talked about today, and anything else I can think of. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow.